A, B and C. Sir, the matter is under examination.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. So I would just like to know from the Honorable CM, sir, as to what is the policy in place while marking the job applicant under grade 4, that is for the written test and personal interview, sir, for grade 4.
So the grade 4 recruitment is done by the district selection, and in the district selection, sir, for the grade 4 post, the general knowledge qualifying that which is a written exam is 50% and the interview is 50%.
So, sir, obviously, as per the reply of the Honorable Chief Minister, sir, so for the personal interview, it's 50%, and for the written test, it's 50%. So definitely, sir, there's going to be a case of favoritism or nepotism because of the present policy, sir. So that's why, sir, I would like to urge from the Honorable Chief Minister, sir, the matter should not be under examination, but it should be implemented at the earliest, sir. Because since we all know that even the central government, they've already abolished the personal interview since 2016. And along with the central government, as per the reply of the Honorable Union Home Minister, sir, there's 23 states and 8 UT, sir, that has already followed this step. So I would like to request the Honorable Chief Minister, sir, to kindly examine this matter as soon as possible and make sure, sir, that our state also will abolish the personal interview for grade 4 so that we can ensure that there is no nepotism and favoritism for the job recruitment, sir.
So we appreciate the concerns of the honourable member, but sir, it's not necessary that we have to look at it from that angle that it gives a scope for nepotism and favoritism. So the objective of always giving an interview option is to be actually give an option where we are able to look at the overall other qualities of the concerned individual, the PR skills and the way they are able to manage things. And therefore, the written exam is a very black and white process. So both have their pros and cons. So the honourable member, what he has mentioned, that if we don't have the interview, then there are those certain advantages. If we have an interview, there are advantages also. So it's not like there's a perfect process. And that's the reason why time and again there are processes in which we are re-examining how this selection process should happen. And the House would be happy to know that we are examining the entire procedure, sir. So therefore, not having interview is one part of it, but apart from that, there are many other reforms that are required at different levels. For example, sir, recently there was an issue where MPSC itself has taken a decision and where we were supposed to screen all the applications that used to come in. So therefore, the screening process sometimes took about a year or 2 years of time. But then once the screening process was done away with, the people who qualified, their applications would be screened. And that saved a lot of time. So there is a process that's going on where we will be looking into all the aspects of recruitment and accordingly make a decision. And definitely the point that has been mentioned by the honourable member is definitely a part of our consideration and discussion. This matter, in fact, in 2017, Government of India had written a letter. In reply to that, the then Chief Minister had replied back in 2017 saying that the government has decided not to do away with the interview process. Hence, that was the last communication from Government of Meghalaya, but we are examining the matters.
Mr. Speaker, sir, why I raised this very important question, sir, because I've seen and I've experienced it from one of my friends, sir, who happened to hold a graduate degree. So while appearing for the personal interview, sir, she failed. And whereas those candidates who has only qualification of 8 standard or 10 standard, they managed to get through in the personal interview. So for this very incident, sir, it makes me wonder when a person who has a graduate degree, he failed to qualify in the personal interview, whereas the person who is only a 10th standard, he was able to qualify. So this makes me think, sir, but that maybe there's some kind of favoritism or nepotism. So that's why, sir, for me personally, from my side, sir, I would like to request upon the Chief Minister to kindly look upon this matter, sir, and make sure that our government, because we want that the transparency should be there. We want to give an equal opportunity to the youth of our state who does not have any backup when it comes to personal interview. So for this very reason, sir, I'm talking about the thousands of the youth in our state who are the job aspirant. And I know most of them also, they are of the opinion to do away with the personal interview. So that's why, sir, once again, I would like to request upon the our Honorable Chief Minister, sir, to kindly do away with the personal interview and make sure that there's a transparency with regard to the job recruitment in our state, sir.
Sir, again, I appreciate the concerns of the Honorable Member, but sir, it would be incorrect to jump to a conclusion to say that, again, with due respect to both the candidates, that just because somebody had a higher qualification, that person would be or should get the job. Because then tomorrow a PhD could apply, then in that case only the person who has the highest qualification will get through. Then that's precisely the reason why interviews are there. If the person does not qualify at all, then that's of course a concern. So as you are aware that under the Personal Department and Personal and Administrative Reforms Department, the rules that are there, that for recruitment to all category of grade 4 posts, peons, cleaners, chowkidars or any other equivalent post, the minimum qualification should be class 6 pass. So as long as a person is qualified in that, I think it would be as an unfair to jump to a conclusion that just because somebody is a graduate and somebody is class 8, that the graduate is far better. Again, as I said, with due respect to both the candidates, I'm not trying to undermine anybody, but there are certain procedures laid down. So, sir, the points and the concerns have been noted. Definitely, as I mentioned, there is a plus and there is a minus, rather there is pros and cons to both the aspects that are there, that is in interview being held or no interview being held. And that is the reason why government is examining all those aspects to make sure that whatever decision we take is going to be in the larger interest and is going to ensure that the overall process is smoothened and will give a better opportunity to the youth of our state. So I'm not saying no to it, sir. All I'm saying is that we are examining the matter and all the concerns and points that the Honourable Member has mentioned, we have noted all those points.